All right, first at 4, we begin with that emotional interview as former First Lady Michelle Obama talked with Today Show host Jenna Bush about her new book. It's called Becoming.
The memoir focuses on the experiences that have shaped Mrs. Obama's life, including her private life before becoming America's first African-American First Lady. And something that really stood out from her interview on the Today Show was her advice for Jenna about raising children in such a divided and heated partisan society. Take a look.
And Paris. All right, so it's obviously very powerful. You saw how emotional Jenna Bush was during that interview. My kids are older and grown, so they have conversations with me now. But you guys both have younger kids. Your kids may be too young to talk about this.
At 4.
But and comprehending them. Being different doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right.
And I think kindness to me is the biggest and most important element in anything we do in life.
And it really, I think you're right. And I think that it starts at home with the examples that the parents set.
Oh, no question. Because I could tell you, I've been out reporting here and I'm not going to name the area, but it's interesting. You go to different areas just in the Phoenix metro, and young kids know about the news, and they know the tone that politically is being set. And I've had multiple younger kids come right up to me and say, "You are part of the fake news." You know, so that's something.
And you know where they're hearing.
Right, and you know where they're hearing that, and again, you just act kind. You say, we're being as truthful, and we're showing both sides of the story. But certainly. No question mark, it starts at home with the family, and what you're getting from home is so important.
Yes.
All right. Okay, first at 4, there's new details on this new documentary series. It's called The Clinton Affair. It premieres Sunday.
Boy, a lot of people are going to watch this. The crew at A&E, they sat down with 60 people who were connected to the infamous impeachment battle.
And it's Lewinsky herself who offers her first extensive comments on what happened. NBC's Kate Snow reports. Isn't it crazy to think 20 years later names, and those names that we have that we've forgotten are now resurrected, and the revelation about her wanting to commit suicide, jumping out of that window?
I guess I've gone back and forth over the years about my feelings about Monica Lewinsky, but in the end now, all these years later, I just feel sorry for her.
You do. I've seen some really good documentaries, and in a sense, you feel like the president took advantage of her youth. And,
for sure.
And no question.
For sure. I mean, it's the president, for God's sake.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think there's any excuses for his behavior. And gosh, she got caught up in it. But seeing the aftermath of her life and what she had to go through, because she's a really intelligent girl.
Sure.
And but she certainly paid the price for whatever transpired there.
Yeah. Bill Clinton's office has no comment, and the Clintons did not participate in this project. So we'll have to wait and see. Very, very interesting to watch. All right. Well, it's time for you guys.
12. And here's what we want to know. This is a loaded question. What is the strangest holiday gift you have ever received from one of your employers? Go ahead and send those texts to us. Tell us the truth. We'd like to know about it. We'll read some of your messages live on the air in a couple of minutes.
Okay, speaking of loaded, so I just think it's very ironic that it's a bulletproof glass making company. And here, have a gun.
Well,
So anyway, let's put it to the
Second
test. Okay. So you guys, what's the weirdest holiday gift that you guys have ever gotten?
It's not weird, but it was a canned ham.
Canned ham?
Really? For your birthday or what?
No, for Christmas.
Oh, for Christmas.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Well,
no,
canned ham.
Is it like for the holidays or just ever?
It's the weirdest holiday gift.
Okay.
Somebody gave me a canned ham.
I already know what mine is, but it's almost embarrassing to share.
Oh,
but
just
I will. So my mother, I was 12, and I've kidded her.
This is by an employer.
This is by an employer. Oh, it's by rats.
No, but
we're getting caught up in like the weird gifts. Okay, so now you gotta finish it.
I've never received a really weird gift from an employer. It's mostly just gift cards. So, but beyond that, so I got fixated on this once I saw it in the script. My mother, when I was 12 years old, and I love sharing this story, she gave me, remember Walkman?
Sure.
Yes.
So,
but the tape she gave me was Sexual Healing by Martin.
When you were 12?
I was 12. And I said, so, and I remember riding around.
It's actually a very good song. I don't know if you give it
I remember
to us.
riding around the neighborhood on my bike playing
Singing
sexual, and I'm 12, and I years later I said, Mom, why did you buy me that tape? It was a good song. It was the single. When
It had a good tune. I mean, why not? Forget about the lyrics, right?
That was weird.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're going to talk about some yoga right now, apparently.
Yeah, this is a story trending online. The pastor of a Missouri megachurch is calling for Christians to avoid practicing yoga because it has what he describes as, quote, demonic roots. Pastor John Lindell of the James River Church in Ozark says positions in yoga were created to open the body to demonic power and chanting. Lindell also arguing the practice of Hinduism is demonic in nature. And his comments have been met with some serious controversy.
Missouri's yoga community this month.
Okay, so do you think this is a little extreme?
It's not a little extreme, it's very extreme. I actually think yoga is kind of the opposite thing. I think it's a peaceful,
yes.
You know, I mean, the whole message when you go to yoga is relaxation and peace and love.
Yeah, and I read several articles because this stoked my interest on it. And there was one really good article out there that said the intent, it has roots in some religious practice, but the intent is exercise, relaxation. It's not to practice any particular religion. And I think the fact that the pastor said there's demonic roots in it, I mean, that's ridiculous.
A lot of times when somebody goes that extreme, I have to question, is it for attention?
Yes.
You know, publicity.
Sort of like the Halloween debate, you know, should your kids participate in Halloween? And, you know, but again, intent.
Right. Well, in case you missed it, today's show host Hoda Kotb made an appearance on Today in AZ this morning, talking to Team 12's Emma Jade about what she says is the secret to finding that perfect work-life.
Amen to what she said.
I love her.
Yes, good advice.
Oh my gosh, just love her even more.
Yeah, she's really good people. All right, well, still ahead on First to Four. Afternoon juice.
That's right. A man dressed up as Fred Flintstone was ticketed for speeding by sheriff's deputies.
I love that cartoon. But Tram, to hand it to him he had some style points, right?
Well, I think more so the car.
Yeah.
That was like serious.
That's going over the top, but
yes.
I mean, you didn't have to worry about dressing in those days. You know, Barney and Fred, they just wore I don't even know what you'd call that. It's like a smock type thing.
Yeah, that was just like hand cut practically.
Yeah.
Well, they're called lonely, maybe even bitter, but men who remain single.
Apparently.
Yes.
I've done it.
Third time's a charm.
I got married at 22, then 24, then again at 37.
You are a hopeless romantic.
Yeah, so I can't even answer the question. So I can't, you know, when I was single, I was in college, so I guess I was working towards my college degree, but.
Yes, and very self-determined.
You know what, but I think I turned out just fine. I think marrying's a good thing. Third time's a charm. Love you, baby.
Take it from him. For several reasons. Well, we are taking you everywhere from A to Z and solving the mystery.
News.
All right, Brenda, that solves the mystery for me. Pretty fascinating, isn't it?
And it's so well preserved.
Beautiful. I'll have to go check that out. Okay, here's a look